It's this week in real Pirateball, documenting the 2011 Pittsburgh Pirates baseball season. And here's your host, Greg Mercer.
What's up, everybody? It's Mercer here with week number 7 of This Week in Real Pirateball. Wish I could talk about all the great Pirates-related topics this week, but I only have limited time. So let's go ahead and get into it right now. Charlie Morton continued his impressive run of starts this week by improving to 5-1 on the year.
That day, for no particular reason, I decided to go for a little run.
Why do I keep making Morton a top story? Well, what he's done this year is nothing sort of incredible considering how bad he looked during his 2-12, 7.57 ERA season from last year.
I mean, it was like an alarm went off in my head, you know? I said, here's a guy that's got his act together. Here's somebody who's got it all figured out. Here's somebody who has the answer.
The Pirates have been looking for a stopper-type pitcher for about 20 years now, and some people think that Charlie might be the guy to fill that role. I wouldn't go nearly that far, but you can't deny he's been extremely effective in controlling games this year. If he continues to pitch well, he'll have totally erased the memories of 2010 from Pirates fans' memories.
My mom always said, you got to put the past behind you before you can move on. And I think that's what my running was all about.
I wanted to highlight Paul Maholm and his highly unlucky season so far this year. Going into Sunday's game, Maholm had a 3.67 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP, numbers that are 20% better than his career norms. The problem is that the Pirates' offense has given him no respect this year.
I tell you, when I was a kid, I got no respect at all, you know. They always made me take the family picture, and that way I wouldn't be in it.
Going into Sunday's game, Maholm's record stood at 1-6. He's gotten 2 runs or less of run support in 7 of 9 starts. He has the 3rd lowest run support average in the majors. Even though Paul doesn't throw very hard, he's been able to truly pitch his way through games. The soft-spoken Maholm has said on many occasions that he's focused on doing his job and letting the offense do theirs. Still, you can't help but think he'd like to have gotten some more wins for the team. Here's my impassioned plea to help Maholm get more support from the offense in the future.
Here he bunts. Run scoring's painful. Seems like September since the Bucks got him 9. But he's not enraged. He takes the ball every 5th time. There he goes. Good control is his mission. And he tweets we'll win again the next night. Stick to the game plan. With this humble man bats misfire. He loves throwing outside, never in. It's a quality start. Oh, but what is it worth? Just another tough loss, baby. Oh, can't win without 4 runs and perfection. He can't waste another tight lead at home. He'll give up his right to stay here for 9 million more. 'Cause he can't win without 4 runs. Oh
no. It wouldn't be This Week in Real Pirateball if I didn't mention a few of the embarrassing stories that took place this week.
Embarrassing moments.
Hey, is that the girl you like?
I wish I could have disappeared.
The first was the incident with the local bar called the Stroll Inn, which decided to poke a little fun at the Pirates' long-standing futility by offering a 5-cent discount on pitchers of beer every time the Pirates lost. You wouldn't think this would be a big deal, but some team employees decided to send a Pirates-driven boycott letter to the owner. This story ended up on the news, which prompted team president Frank Coonley to meet the owner, after which the owner stated Coonley was not very nice to her and was even intimidating.
Moving to the inside, listen to that engine howl. Just moving on over until the dude is on the prowl.
The owner relented to the Pirates and took down their sign, but for her trouble, the bar received a nice bump in sales. You'd think at this point that the Pirates would keep their mouths shut on low-profile rips on the team, especially since they seem to be very quick to be silent on actual business-related issues that the fans would like to be in the know about. Another discouraging story came out this week about potential Pirates draft pick Dylan Bundy. Apparently, Bundy told the Pirates and the Kansas City Royals not to choose him for fear of injury due to their reluctance to having pitchers throwing long toss over 120 feet. It's not known whether or not Bundy had his hand down his pants while making the statement.
Today, I consider you the luckiest team on the face of the earth.
I find it amusing that Bundy would say something like this, because the Pirates and Royals have been the two worst teams in baseball for quite a long time. It doesn't excuse the possibly bad attitude that this potential draftee has about where he may or may not play baseball, but it does nothing to curb the stigma of ineptitude that the Pirates have created for themselves.
Oh God, what a charade!
Alright, let's get back to some positive stories, this time on offense. Shortstop Ronnie Cedeno has really turned it on the past 2 weeks.
Now I bring you home. You told me a good night's not enough for you. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to turn.
He's hitting a robust 359 in that span, and for the most part, it looks like he's hitting the ball where he wants to. Apparently, the Pirates have altered Ronnie's swing mechanics a bit by having him incorporate a slightly higher leg kick to help with timing the pitch. Cedeno's always been an extremely streaky offensive player, so time's gonna tell whether the adjustment will stick. Another player with a hot bat is catcher Ryan Doumit. So far this month, he's hitting .342 with 3 homers, 10 RBI, and an OPS of 1.037. Those are some very, very good numbers.
In the merry, merry month, the merry, merry month, the merry, merry month of May.
Most people know about Doumit's hitting abilities from the left side, but this year he's actually hitting better as a righty with a .333 average. His defense has been vastly better as well. Most importantly, Doumit has been great in late inning situations. He's 11 for 29 in at-bats after the 7th inning, so when the Pirates have needed a clutch hit late in the game, Doumit's been their man.
Streets on fire, the mob goes wild, wild, wild. Streets on fire, the mob goes wild.
Pirates only got 1 game in with the Nationals this week due to rain, and it was a 4-2 loss. The Pirates then traveled to Cincinnati to play 2 games with the Reds. On Wednesday, Andrew McCutchen and Pedro Alvarez both hit homers to complement a complete game 5-hitter by Charlie Morton in a 5-0 win. The second ownage of the Reds by Morton prompted someone to change Great American Ballpark's Wikipedia page. On Thursday, the Pirates won 5-3. Neil Walker and Ryan Doumit both had 2 hits, and James McDonald controlled the game for 6 2/3 innings with high fastballs and good curveballs. The Pirates hosted the Detroit Tigers in their first interleague series of the year. Unfortunately, I don't have time to give you Sunday's result. On Friday, the Pirates wore down the Tigers, leading to a 10-1 blowout. It was tied 1-1 in the 6th when the Pirates put together a 6-run inning. Jose Tabata reached base 4 times, and Neil Walker continued his all-star level play with 2 more hits and 5 RBI. On Saturday, the Pirates prevailed 6-2. The Bucs used 3 straight hits and 2 sacrifice flies to overcome a 2-0 deficit in the 6th. Kevin Correa outdueled Max Scherzer and won his 6th game of the year. I was at the game and I got my very first foul ball off the bat of Brennan Bosch. I used my ridiculously long arms and amazing 20-inch vertical leap to snag the ball out of midair. I was pretty excited because I've always wanted a foul ball. It took me 18 years of going to games to do it.
It appears my work on this planet is complete. I must now return to my home on the planet Zarkon.
Okay, well, have fun.
What do we think about the Pirates this week? The Bucs managed to completely turn the tide of a 6-game losing streak by putting up a winning streak of their own. The pitching staff continues to deliver good start after good start, and when the Bucs stay close, they pulled ahead in the middle innings and stayed there for good. The Pirates have scored 44% of the runs in innings 4 through 6. Last year, if the Pirates didn't score in the first 2 innings, they didn't score at all. It takes a lot for me to be impressed with the Pirates, and there's a long way to go, but they do look much improved.
You know, these guys ain't so fucking bad.
Next week, the Pirates have 2 games against the Atlanta Braves and a weekend set with the Chicago Cubs. Well, that about does it for this week. Join me next week for another edition of This Week in Real Pirateball. I'm Greg Mercer. Later.